An important new feature in 3D Coat 2021 is the ability now to have your Retopo Mesh conform to any brush changes you might make to a high poly sculpt. For example, in a typical workflow, you might import a low polygon mesh into the Retopo Workspace using the import tool. And once you have this here, we want to bring a copy into the Sculpt Workspace. And the reason for that is 3D Coat keeps your high poly sculpt and your Retopo Mesh as separate meshes. Because in the Sculpt Workspace, when you import a model, it's going to become triangulated, and you also happen to have voxel mode turning on and turning off volumetric pixels in 3D space. So again, you have a much different paradigm than what you may be used to in other sculpting applications. And in a typical workflow, this low polygon Retopo Mesh would be our eventual baking target. With that in mind, we want to have 3D Coat conform whatever changes that we make to the high poly sculpt to the low polygon Retopo Mesh at the same time. All right. Now, previously, you could make these using large-scale tools such as Transform, Move, or the Pose tool. Nonetheless, let me show what happens when you use something like the Move tool. For example, I want to make sure in the ePanel that Ignore Backfacing is unchecked. And then I can use the Move tool maybe to adjust the proportions a bit. You'll notice as I'm dragging that I'm not seeing any change to the Retopo Mesh, but once I let up from my stylus, I will instantly see that change propagated. Okay, let me undo a few times. Now, when we switch to a brush, we can also check Conform Retopo Mesh as well. Previously, what we would need to do if we wanted brush changes to be propagated to the Retopo Mesh, we would periodically need to switch to the Retopo room and use something like the brush tool, where auto snapping would allow us to just simply tap the area, or we could hold down the shift key maybe to smooth in that area, and it would auto snap under my brush. That still works very well, and it still may be applicable if you really want to make very rapid, repetitive strokes. Because, again, with this new Conform Retopo Mesh option, there is a little bit of a fraction of a second pause at the end of each stroke to snap the mesh. Okay, so I'm going to use my hotkey from now on to switch to the different workspaces. So I'll go back to the Sculpt Workspace. Let's say, for example, if I wanted to work here in the leg region, I could check Conform Retopo Mesh. Increase the depth just a bit. And so the brush stroke itself is not slowed in any way. It's just the slight pause at the end of your brush stroke, which is somewhat similar to the remove stretching option, which also performs a secondary calculation at the end of your brush stroke. How fast that secondary calculation occurs is largely dependent upon your system hardware. Okay, and then I can go back with some type of a pinch brush. The thing to keep in mind here is if your brush strokes are relatively shallow in depth, there is no real need to use this Conform Retopo Mesh option for your brushes, because it's much easier to just sculpt the way you normally would, and then later on, when needed, you can switch to the Retopo Workspace and use the brush tool to quickly snap in those locations where you were brushing. For example, just use your hotkey to switch with the brush tool active, and all you really have to do is just tap and then go right back to sculpting in the Sculpt Workspace. Now, one last note about this Conform Retopo Mesh feature is that it will try to conform the Retopo Mesh when you first invoke it. But in general, the user will typically already have it snapped, so it won't be that noticeable. However, if you create some strokes, let's say some exaggerated strokes like that. I'll bring my spacing down a bit. If it's pronounced like this, then the snapping will be in need of some cleanup, I find. So let me go ahead and check that very quickly, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So let's uncheck that and then undo a few times. However, if the depth is somewhat shallow, like this, then it's probably not going to be much of a problem for it to snap correctly. So now let's go ahead and check Conform Retopo Mesh. You still will need probably a little bit of cleanup right there, but otherwise, again, everything else is rather copacetic. So let me go ahead and sculpt here. Yeah, so I'll just go ahead and quickly switch to the Retopo Workspace with the brush tool already active. I'll hold down the Shift key in order to smooth. Go right back to the Sculpt Workspace and resume sculpting. And that's a quick look at using the Conform to Retopo Mesh with sculpting brushes in 3D Coat 2021. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.